What is going on, everybody? This is Quazy, giving you guys a commentary to enlighten your day and stuff that happens in it. I hope you guys like these new improvements I made to my channel. After this video, you guys should go look at my new background and my thumbnail. Hopefully you guys like it. I spent a long time trying to become like a GFX artist and everything. But yeah, for sure. So let's dive into this topic. I'm going to be talking about my friend Tony. And he's not really like a friend. He's more like of a acquaintance, sort of. Okay, let me explain. Okay, so as you guys may know, I lived in Florida for like 3 years. And during that time, we went to the beach a lot. We went fishing. So I would always go with my uncle. But this particular weekend, we decided to go with one of his friends. His name's Tony, and Tony's not the best individual to be hanging out with. He's not like the model citizen that you want your kids to grow up and role model. He's like one of those people you'd find in an alley trying to sell you that good stuff, that sort of guy. And I walk up to him, I say hi and everything, and he offers me something right off the beginning. He didn't even get my name, and he's like, "Hey man, how old are you?" I was like, "Oh well, I'm 13." And he's like, "Oh, you're 13? Well, I got this 14-year-old girl who's gonna give you that sucky man. You want that?" And I was like, "What? I don't even know what you're talking about." And he's like, "Yeah, she'll give you even more than that, man." I was like, and I thought about it. I was like, this guy trying to get me to pay him for a prostitute or something. I don't know. Is he a pimp? I don't know. What now? I look back on it and I thought what if I would have accepted that? What if I would have went through with it? What would happen? I think I would have gotten a room and everything, sat down. This girl would have came out. She probably would have looked decent and everything, but she'd probably have those mud crabs from Skyrim coming out of her nether regions. You guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah, her downstairs areas. Yeah, so I didn't decide to do that. So after a very weird meet and greet, we decided to go fishing. We had a whole bunch of fun and everything. I didn't really talk to him that much afterwards. And then the next day on that it was a Friday when we went the first time, and it was a Sunday where I saw him again. And so this time I see him and I'm like, ugh. So we knock on his door and he wouldn't answer. And we're like, "Oh my god, what happened?" And we're thinking this kid's dead because he doesn't really do anything. He doesn't usually leave his house. He doesn't really have a life. It reminds me of somebody, but I just can't put my name on it. But still, I mean, we knocked on his door for 15 minutes, and then finally my uncle decided to be a boss and just kick in the door patawa, just badoom, and got inside the door and everything, and there he is on the couch, sitting there on the couch, and we're like, okay. We wake him up and he's like, oh my god, man. And he had something in his hand, this bag full of this stuff, and I'm like, oh god, I wonder what this is. And he's like, yo man, you want some of these mushrooms, man? Do you want some of these mushrooms? And I'm like, mushrooms? The only mushrooms I know go are soups and stuff. And he was talking about those mushrooms, and I was like, oh, just teach me about the art of the mushroom, because I had no idea what this was. And my uncle's like, nah, Daquan, you don't want to get that. You know where that comes from? And I'm like, where does it come from? You don't tell me anything. And he's like, well, you see, what Tony does is that he goes out into a cow pasture, and after the cows have done their business and he's waited a couple times, let the sun kind of hit it and everything, then he harvests these and he eats them, and then he gets he sees unicorns and neon cat and everything, and I'm like, you know what, that's pretty weird, that's disgusting. I don't understand some people in this world who would just go up to a cow and wonder, you know what, you should do your business. I'm just gonna watch you. Yeah, I'm gonna watch you, and I'm gonna wait here. I'm just gonna wait, for all that to happen, and I'm gonna eat this stuff. I wonder who the first guy was you know what, probably some guy on a desert island who's really hungry. He's wait, he could have killed the cow. What? Okay, whatever. I'm getting super sidetracked and everything. And also he's like, all right, man, want something to drink? And I was like, he's trying to be hospitable. He's trying to show himself in a good light and everything, that he's not a drug dealer or something and everything. But he then goes and he gets this thermostat, wow, this thermos and everything, and it was pretty warm. And he's like, all right, man, you want some of this? My uncle was like, no, Daquan. And I was like, what is it this time? And he's like, well, what he did was he took all those mushrooms, chopped off the top parts, put them inside of a stew on a stove. That's why it smells like a rush in here. It smells really bad. And so I thought, maybe him living in here by himself, not doing anything, maybe that was a spell. But no, my uncle just knows everything. And he's like, that's mushroom tea. And I was like, ew. So he went to the cows, and then he went to the stuff, and he did this, and ew, I was like freaked out. I was like, you know what, let's just leave. And we ended up going bowling that day. Pretty weird going bowling in Florida. It was a perfectly good summer day. I could have like went outside and did something proactive, like play some ultimate frisbee or like, you know, grill something. But no, we went bowling inside, and I lost to my uncle because my uncle's such a boss. He's all like bowling strikes every 15 seconds, and I'm getting like a spare, and I get that like 210 split or whatever they're called, like, you know, there's one pin on one side, one pin on the other side, that sort of thing. Yeah, I get those like a lot. So, you know, after that, a couple months have passed, and I was thinking like, whatever happened to Tony? Like, I don't know whatever happened to him. Like, 'cause I felt bad for him. I mean, like, you know, he eats cow dropping mushroom stuff. Like, come on, like, you have to feel bad for him. And it turns out that my uncle, when he was driving to work one day, his car broke down, and he tried to call Tony, and Tony was underneath the bridge like a troll. Like, he was living underneath the bridge because he got evicted out of his house because he did not own that house. It was actually a house that he broke into and said that it was his house. So I mean, like, I was like, wow, yeah, what did you do? And he's like, oh well, we sweet talked each other for a little bit, and I was like, and he wanted to come back to the house so bad to see you guys, and I was like, you know what, no, that's definitely not fine. Because you know what I pictured? I pictured him in that like slutty prostitute girl that he had that was gonna give me that sucky. She's probably Asian. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but just he looks like the type who would have like Asian hookers or something. But like coming over to my house and being like, hey Daquan, let me like use your stuff and do this and do that and do that, which is, no, I was not gonna have that, not whatsoever. So I mean, like, what would you guys do if this like guy happened to you? Like, would you be so nice like I did and like just be like, yes, you know, we're friends, but no, don't come into my house because I don't really know who you are? Like, or would you guys be like, you know what? Get him in my face, punch him in the face, get a can of mace, all that stuff. I think that kind of rhymed. Don't got the time. All right, whatever. Before like this commentary ends, that's pretty much the end of the story. But Team Pulse Gaming is the people that I was playing with. They're a bunch of people I met in Search and Destroy, and they have a website that I'm going to leave down in the description so you guys can check them out like after this video and everything. And please give me some feedback on my new like layout for my channel, and comment more, because like I see my views going up and people watching my videos and everything, but like I have no comments. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like watching the video and gonna go masturbate? I mean, to be honest, that's what I do sometimes, but like we're not gonna like get on that. Alright guys, this has been Mw3 giving you guys this commentary. Thanks for staying and being active. I'm gone, and I'm whatever. Peace.